Road tripping. Road tripping can be really good for relationships. Hi, this is Cheryl, and Russ and I have been on many road trips together. Russ is my significant other. So we are on one right now, and right now we are at my son's house taking care of his dogs while they are on a vacation. So Russ and I have very different personalities. When it comes to getting ready for a road trip, he does things a lot differently than me. I'm not going to explain this in any scientific technical terms. I mean, our personalities, we could go with the Myers-Briggs technique, which they have 16 different types of personalities, and they explain introverts and extroverts, and they talk about how you think and how you feel. Or we could do the types A, B, C, and D personalities. And there's many other ways to explain personalities, but usually we are a mix of types anyway. So here is how I see the different personalities of Russ and me. Russ is lackadaisical and he's easygoing. He's never in a hurry. He does his pre-travel chores the night before and packs the morning of the trip. When he packs, he kind of just throws things in, but he always has everything he needs. Me, I have very high anxiety, and I have to be organized. I have to be prepared. So I begin preparing for a trip weeks ahead of time with a quick checklist of what is needed for the trip and what chores need to be done before I go. I have the laundry caught up, my plants are watered, the house is clean, my finances are in order, and I start packing days before. So Russ, since he just kind of throws things in, he usually ends up taking more than what he needs. Me, I have to fold everything neatly, and I take the minimal items because I don't want a huge bag to carry. Usually it works out. Usually I have everything I need and we're somewhere we can do laundry and it all works out. However, on this road trip, we decided to go for a hike. Well, Russ decided we were going for a hike. We like to hike. I like to hike. On trips and see new things and be out in nature. It's one of my favorite things to do. So we had a little spat before this hike, and he was leading. I knew the trail was 2.3 miles long, but we just were wandering and I just had a feeling that we were on the right trail. We ended up walking almost 4 miles. Over 3 miles, almost 4 miles. Russ didn't check the route. And since he was leading, I just followed him. And I was panicked because I knew I wasn't dressed properly. I didn't really bring the right things to wear on a hike like that. I had things for short hikes, but nothing for a long hike. I had on black leggings, and I was carrying all the stuff. I was carrying the water, I was carrying my bag with the car keys, and my phone, and my pepper spray in it, just in case I needed it. Well, we got toward the end of it, and I just kind of lost it. And Russ said, "Do you want me to go get the car and come pick you up?" And I'm like, "Yes." So I found a bench to sit down on, and he went and got the car and came and picked me up. So that's something that can happen when you try to pack minimally. And of course, I knew I could only go so far without having to use the restroom, and I had to go to the bathroom. After we get everything packed and we go to get in the car, Russ is usually the first one in the car on a road trip. And he thinks he's the first one because he's more organized, but that's not really the way it is. I stay back and I check the house. I make sure everything's in place. We didn't forget anything. I check the cats and make sure they have everything they need. I check all the doors and make sure they're all locked right. And that is why it takes me longer to get to the car. But we have everything loaded up and we're ready to go. The essentials that we take on a road trip are different from when you have kids. It's just the two of us. So we have coffee, we have water, we have our snacks. And sometimes we bring a cooler with sandwiches, fruit, veggies, and maybe a salad for lunch so that we could save a little money along the way. I always have a blanket in the car, a jacket, because even if it's hot out and we have the air conditioner on, I might get cold. We don't carry a first aid kit like we should, but we might have some Band-Aids, and we don't have toys or travel games or anything like that because, like I said, we have no little kids with us. So here we go. We're headed on a road trip. Our ETA is 5 o'clock p.m. So my thoughts are, do we need gas? Did we get gas last night? And many times we haven't, so we have to go get gas. And sometimes I need to run by the bank before we go. Russ, I made a haircut appointment. What? A haircut appointment? It's in 10 minutes, he says. What? We're supposed to leave town at 9 o'clock, and you made a hair appointment. I don't know what's going through his head. So anyway, that's what happens. Restroom stops, an hour down the road, I have to go to the restroom. Russ is very good at accommodating me. It gives him a chance to buy his beef jerky and a drink. So he's always really good at about accommodating me for restroom stops. And if I'm drinking coffee and water, I do need to stop for the restroom quite often. Fuel stops aren't as often, maybe a couple of times before we get to my son's house. So it just depends on the trip. Oops, we took a restroom stop and we had a little mishap this time. We ended up going the wrong way out of the Love's where we stopped. We stopped at Love's to use the restroom. And when we came out, instead of going south, we went north. And I started seeing the Flint Hills sign again. You know, we'd been through the Flint Hills in Kansas. And I was like, I don't think we're going the right way. Welcome to the wonderful world of road tripping, or the world of wrong way travel. Russ, what did you just do?
I just stopped at a Love's and turned around and came back the way I went.
Thank goodness we decided to go to the nifty nut house and put in the directions. I don't know how many miles we went out of the way.
I don't even see a sign for the Love's yet. Wow.
It'll be a while. Entertainment, we seem to agree on the entertainment that we take in the car. Music, this time we were listening to Neil Diamond a lot because we just watched the movie Song Sung Blue. It's kind of a tongue twister. And so Neil Diamond music was on our minds, so we listened to that and some other 70s music. Sometimes we listen to Taylor Swift. We're from the Kansas City area, and you know, Taylor Swift is engaged to a Kansas City Chiefs player, Travis Kelce, so Taylor Swift's been popular in our home. We listen to podcasts like New Heights, Dateline, Aging Ain't for Sissies. Russ isn't too big on that one, but he'll listen to it. We listen to audiobooks. We like documentaries, like we listen to the Matthew Perry documentary. We listen to Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Sheen, and we listen to self-help books like Leaders Eat Last, The Let Them Theory, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and a couple of titles that I can't mention because they have like not very nice words in them, but they had really good ideas in the book. Driving, we drive differently. Russ is fast. And he goes around all these cars, even though the X is maybe really close. He thinks, sorry, the dog keeps knocking my arm, wanting me to pet her. So, Russ is a fast driver. I'm more slow. So it depends on how big of a hurry we are, who's going to be driving. We like to find hidden gems along the way. One of the hidden gems between where we live in Kansas and where we're going is called the Nifty Nut House in Wichita, Kansas. And the Nifty Nut House has every kind of candy and nut you can think of in it. It is a really cool place to go to. So if you've never been to the Nifty Nut House and you are near Wichita, you need to stop and just experience this place. Some of the other places we found along the way, coming back from Mississippi one time, we found a relocation center for like Japanese Americans during World War II. We stopped in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and found a really cool little town with a mercantile downtown and some historical stuff. And we also in Arkansas stopped at Devil's Den Park, and we hiked in this really, really cool trail. I mean, so we like finding the hidden gems along the way. Sleep? Not hardly. We really don't sleep on these trips. Well, Russ might sleep a little, but I don't sleep because he likes to poke me if I'm sleeping and wake me up. We had stayed up all night one time just to get to our destination, and we got there a little early before we could check into our Airbnb, and I wanted to sleep, but he wanted to share things with me that he was reading, so he was poking me to wake me up. So what do? We arrive at our destination at 7 o'clock p.m., 2 hours late, because we got lost and we stop at places along the way. So whatever the GPS says, how long it's going to take to get there, we probably need to add at least 2 hours to it from now on to tell them what time we're going to get there. Road tripping is a break from a normal routine. It can be good for your personal health and your well-being. It can also be good for relationships. It's a disruption in the routine of everyday life, which, we all get bored, so we need something different to do. You see new and exciting places, and you share experiences together. And Russ and I have shared so many experiences together with road trips, and we have a lot to talk about. So we can say, hey, you remember that time? Or remember when we did this? And it's a lot of fun. It takes work to maintain a healthy, satisfying relationship. And research suggests that relationship building can include a road trip. So take the road trip, go anywhere, have great conversation without being interrupted, listen to and discuss your favorite music and podcasts, enjoy uninterrupted time with your significant other, and every day, always remember to keep on shining. Thank you for listening. And if you would like to hear more of my everyday happenings, subscribe to my page. Until next time, bye-bye.